and welcome back to Broken Hearts Heal, where two best friends come together to talk about it all. Life, friendships, relationships, any and everything is on the table. Welcome, BHH. This is a safe place. I am one half of BHH, KP, with the other half.
Ashante,
And welcome to episode 7.
welcome. It's been a long time coming.
BHH, how y'all doing? It's giving mental check-in. Let's start with Tay.
Why we always starting with me, bro?
Because I just feel like it's you're the perfect person to start with.
I think we should start with Capri.
Mentally, I'm doing good right now. So like a solid 6.5. What about you, Tay?
I would say, what was my rating last episode? Other side of the spectrum. I would say a solid 3.
Okay.
I'm working towards the positive side this time.
Okay.
Last one was on the other side. So 3 is an improvement.
That's listen. You said -1 last
I was
the
at
last
-1.
time. So I feel like that's a huge jump.
Yeah.
Guys, today we are talking about mountains and our ability to overcome anything that we go through, to accept failure, and to just be destined for success. So the first question I want to ask Tay and our listeners, like you guys could like obviously it's like rhetorical question, but like for y'all, but for Tay, I want to ask you, are you living in a comfort zone right now?
Yeah.
I
am.
How so?
I think because like there's a certain place that I want to be, and I am very scared to like do what I have to do to get where I want to be. I'm like holding myself back, and I know I can do it, and I'm just like, where I am is very comfortable right now. Even though like I know what I need to do, I just don't want to do it.
You don't want to do what you have to do to get out of the comfort zone?
No, like I don't. It's hard to explain, but like basically, I know. Oh my gosh. Like I know what I need to do to get where I want to be.
Okay.
And I want to do it. I just don't have the proper motivation. Okay. Because my comfort zone is comforting. Like it makes me feel safe, and like I don't want to get out of that safe zone, even though I probably should and need to.
So like how do you think somebody gets out of a comfort zone?
Jumping in the deep end. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Like if I really took the plunge of what I really need to do, like I would just go for it. Cause like at that point, like you already in it, so you might as well. It's literally sink or swim. Like if you in the ocean, if you jump into a deep end, you gotta start paddling them feet, or else you gonna sink. Yeah. And I'm just not ready to paddle my feet. I'm sinking.
Ooh.
Real bad.
So, do you just want to keep sinking?
Yes.
Really? That's terrible. You want to keep sinking?
I don't want to keep sinking. I just BHH. I'm tired. Like the energy that's gonna take me to not to paddle my feet. I just don't think I have that in me right now. And I'm just being honest with y'all. Like I feel like we all get to that point that we get in the routine of like this is what we do. Anything outside of that is just like it's just too much sometimes. Like even the thought of it is just too much.
Just overwhelming just to think about.
Yeah.
But isn't sinking overwhelming as well?
No.
Really?
It's very comforting.
To sink.
Yes.
It's comforting.
Absolutely.
To me, sinking is the most draining, most overwhelming process ever.
I know it's at the bottom.
I think you need to go to therapy, sis. I'm a little uncomfy. It's getting a little dark in here.
Even with the ring light, it's getting a little dark.
It's getting a little dark in here. One of our favorite podcasters, you already know who it is. Just different podcasts. We
Shout
love
out to
their podcast. They be getting down to the nitty and gritty.
They really do.
And they really be breaking things down for you, like especially if you like are someone who has faith. they really be bringing the points. And one of the points I appreciated that they said about being uncomfortable is sometimes these thoughts may come, but they don't have the authority to stay. So like you're saying, like sinking is comfortable for you. Are you comfortable because it doesn't move you to do things that like to actually work for it to get out? Are you comfortable with now working at getting out?
No, it's not that because I think I consider myself a hard worker, like just in general, as a general person. But like when I think about sinking, I think about let me rephrase. I don't find it comforting. I just find it easy.
Mm.
I find it easy because like everything like BHH, if you know the situations in my life right now, it's just easier to just sink right now. And that's a terrible attitude. Like, help me. VHS, help me.
It's giving SOS.
It's giving SOS. It's giving burning sand, but an SOS in the sand. But like it's right now it's just easy. Like I just feel like it's easier just to sink than swim because like I feel like every time Oh Chile. Next question.
Like she was saying, every time what?
It's like every time I try to swim, I just start sinking. So what's the point of trying to swim?
But like you said, it's sink or swim. It's just the reality of life. The reality of life.
I feel like I'm in a therapy session.
Sometimes when we're swimming, we just like the water just keeps going over our head. We keep going down. What we do, if you were in a real situation where you was in the ocean and you was drowning, you would fight. You would fight. You would fight. You can say that you wouldn't. You would fight. You probably know how to swim, but listen, you're gonna pull out some fins that day.
Not pull out the
some
fins.
gills. When I tell you you're gonna be kicking and trying to swim for your life, that's just the reality of what it is right now. You sinking, but the fact that you still here mean that you are still swimming. Like, baby, you might be barely head above water, but your feet still kicking. Period.
Yeah.
And then that's like that. That was Tate head above water. She was sinking. She finally got the water. She said, So my next question is, what is worse, failing or never trying?
Never trying.
Never trying. I agree.
Because like, if I fail, it's like at least I went for it.
Yeah.
But if I never try, I never know if I could have done it or not. You know.
That's facts.
So I just answered my own question. Thank you.
You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. I hope you really just had a realization moment right there. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get to it.
All right. CBHH, this is what it's all about. It's all about healing and moving forward. This is our merch. It was like, you know what? We're gonna run merch today for the episode.
Merch. Don't forget we guys have merch.
So you can go cop it out of our bio. Link in bio in our link tree. Go cop you some Mo Culture.
And use code BHH for 10% off.
Period. It's good quality.
It's good quality.
Like it's actually really good quality.
It's very comfortable.
Like we would not try to suck out nothing that wasn't good quality. Okay, back to Tate therapy session that we was having about mountains and overcoming things. Oh, I love this question because I honestly feel like as young people, we tend to push a lot of things under the rug. We tend to push things under the rug when it comes to our physicality. We push ourselves to points that our bodies actually, like we may think just because we're young that we can do these things, we can burn ourselves out. But really our bodies can be telling us, Capri or Ashante or BHH, you need to take a minute. Like you really need to take a minute. So I want to ask you a really deep question right now. Tay, if your body could speak, what would it say?
I'm sorry. It is. They say, baby, go to bed. Go to bed. Oh, yeah, prime example. This is very personal to me. I suffer from chronic migraine. So literally yesterday, I had a migraine all day. Like from the time I woke up, time I went to bed. It kind of weared off when I went to bed. I didn't fall asleep until 4 this morning. Because like when I have a mind, like I don't know if you BHH, you guys like know like separate from headache migraines, but like my mind is so focused on getting rid of this headache, like everything else I can't think about. So at night when it calmed down, it was like everything hit me, you know, and I didn't get no sleep. So it's like my body is telling me you need to go to sleep, get some quality rest, go to bed, take a nap, take some vitamins. That be her.
Vitamins. To me, vitamins is the answer to everything.
No.
Like you're tired? Did you take your vitamins? I got a headache. Did you take your
vitamins?
vitamins?
I be like, vitamins.
I'm depressed. Did you take your vitamins?
What your body say?
Stop. Stop thinking. Why are you worried about what's never gonna happen? Mm-hmm. I stress myself out just from thinking. Mm-hmm. Like, you know how thinking can drain
Bro,
you.
I'm telling you.
It can drain you. And since we're on the topic of mountains and overcoming stuff, it kind of makes me think about like what you see on social media, right? You see, we kind of talked about this yesterday in our talk, but like you see your friends or people your age like doing A, B, and C. Like, yeah, I wish I was doing A, B, and C. And then you start overthinking it. And this is another thing that they were talking about on Just Different podcast. They were talking about we shouldn't gauge our failure on someone else's success. And it's like, that is so true. We tend to compare ourselves so much. And it's like, I find myself overthinking about what I should be doing or where I should be. People my age are here and I feel like I'm here. And it's easy to feel like people are ahead of you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, it's really mind over matter, to be very honest with you. We talked about this in season 1 or season 2, that just because somebody else is in a different place than you, it does not diminish where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, and how far you come. Like, their steps may look different than yours, but like, it's all about the journey, not the destination. You know what I'm saying? So stop overthinking about that stuff.
And you know, it's so funny because like kind of like you mentioned, like in the world of like influencers and like, you know, you see your friends doing XYZ. Like I was watching this TikToker. Like this child literally like 17, 16 years old. It's easy to get in like a cycle of like, well, I'm this age and I'm the now, but that's what's gonna get you in that mindset. Like, yeah, that's still gonna make you feel like you're not where what you've overcome, what you've been through is nothing compared to what they may have or whatever the case may be. And it's very easy to get stuck in that fantasy, that mentality, like, oh well, I need to do X, Y, Z so I can get there and be like them. But be your own person.
Right. Like everybody's mountains look different. Some people got more obstacles in front of them than other people do. Exactly. Like your mountain might be bigger than somebody else's. You may have more mountains than somebody else that you got to get through before you can get to your promised land. Yeah, whatever. Like whatever your finished goal is. But like, what is the finished goal? Like, what is the purpose? Do you know your purpose?
I know my purpose.
I know my purpose.
Will I make it? When I get there, we're gonna see. At the end of episode season 4.
I think it's important to know your purpose too.
What's your purpose?
I know my purpose.
You're not gonna say it? I'm gonna say mine.
I'm not gonna say my purpose
because people be listening.
Because
I say people.
No. I'm gonna tell you why I'm not gonna say my
if
you
purpose.
You
know it. They be loud there.
He said he might. Okay. Listen, I don't know her.
Had to look her up.
Anyway, sorry. It be all the inside jokes for me. The reason I'm not gonna say my purpose is because it's my purpose.
Exactly.
You know, it's my purpose. My purpose ain't the same as somebody else. I don't want somebody to listen to this and be like,
"That's my purpose.
That's my purpose," or "I'm not there," or I don't want anybody to diminish their purpose because of what somebody else believes their purpose is.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like knowing your purpose, why you're here, and what you want to do with this life that you have is very important when it comes to success. When it comes to actually getting over those mountains. Like when you have a clear goal about where you want to go in life, you have a clear mindset about what you want your future to look like, I feel like then you start setting goals that get you there. You're like, all right, I know how to get over this mountain. This mountain come. All right, I know how to get over this one, how to move this one, how to go underneath this one. Like, that's what I want for myself. Like, yeah, I got this goal, but everything else here, like, I need to focus. I think sometimes my problem, like, I don't focus hard enough. Like, I don't keep my goal constantly in front of me. And I feel like if I did keep my goal constantly in front of me, everything else would not matter. I don't know how you feel about that.
When you was saying that, I was thinking about a horse. It's like horse. No, I'm not even trying to be funny.
I don't even know what you mean by to be funny or not.
No,
okay,
like I'm here.
I'm with you,
like,
I'm with you.
I was thinking about like war horses, like when they're like in a battle, whatever the case may be, they have blinders on because if not, they get very easily startled, easily distracted. So like in this world, like everything, like if you look around, everything's so shiny, everything's everything looks good, but you gotta have those blinders on because you can get easily startled, easily distracted, and you can lose sight of your purpose, what you gotta do. So you gotta stay focused.
I definitely agree with that. You really have to be focused. You got to be motivated. You got to have ambition. You got to be like, you know what, at the end of the day, this is my goal and I'm not letting nothing else take me from that. Because it is so easy to get distracted from your main goal. And then you start dipping in here and dapping in there. And before you know it, you done lost sight and you done took 10 steps back from where you're supposed to be. So my question to you is, when it comes to fulfilling those goals, in the end, to you, like, what is the utmost fulfillment in life? Like, where you be like, I made it. Like, this is where I want to be. Like, what does that look like?
like in this,
I guess.
you know what's so funny? I'm gonna counter that question with a question. I asked a couple of my friends this.
Oh gosh.
And I said, what is one thing in this time that you want? Like, what do you want in this life, right? And it's something that they asked me that same question back. You know what I said?
What?
I said, this is how I know, and I'm just being honest. And I didn't think I ever lament this to this day. But I know I made it when I have a family of my own that I've nurtured, that I've brought into this world and be like, I did that. Come on, we was talking about with Granny.
You just scared. Yeah.
Like
that day that you look back, you're like, I made this.
Like I went through XYZ, but I made this family. And it don't gotta be a big family, but my family. And I made this family. And I'm keeping this family together.
I didn't sink.
And
that's what it is for me. The moment I realized that I kept my head above water. Family is nice too, but
hey, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's thing is different.
When I am genuinely content with me, when I'm happy with me, and I realize that I'm no longer sinking, and that might be with a family. I don't know what that entirely looks like, but
I know hers. This is with 7 corgis. She has a picture.
They all have my face on them. It's a little creepy, not gonna lie. But I feel like when I have reached that point where I am no longer sinking, when I can keep my head above water for a nice period of time and just look back and like you said and be like, I conquered all of that. That's when I feel like that is when the utmost fulfillment in life is. But take a look at her little family and be like, I did that. I created this. We were talking about like grandmothers and how it must be for them to like see their entire family, like their kids and then their kids' kids and then their kids' kids. Like, I am the pillar of this family. Like, I mean, without me,
y'all won't be here.
Like all these little ones, all this entire establishment of family. Like that has to be a beautiful feeling. Like, I created this beautiful family. Oh, you're gonna make such a good wife. I'm so happy for you. Me?
She gonna be the cool auntie.
I'm gonna be the cool auntie. You have kids?
Yeah.
Ooh, Cool auntie.
Cool auntie. It's good. You'll teach her how to drive.
I'm gonna be the cool auntie.
Oh my God, can you get my kid Big Red?
Married, but just auntie.
Who said that?
Did you just say? Wait, you want me to give my car to your kid?
Yeah.
If it's still here,
It's in family heirloom.
she barely making it with me, sis.
No, but
honestly, we all just out here trying. Don't let nobody fool you.
Don't listen. Somebody said it so perfectly on Sunday. They said you have people literally going to like these sets of like pictures they can take like on these fancy planes and XYZ.
They ain't got it like
that.
They
ain't got it like that. Don't let nobody fool you. Everybody got something going on behind. As soon as that door closed, they take off that mask and they go sit in their bed and they cry themselves to sleep.
Okay, I know what I mean, it's a possible scenario.
You know, it's very possible. It's possible for me. I do it every day. You know, like
it's the point being made. but the point being made is that anybody can be anybody on social media. You can be anybody. So
you can be too quick picture.
You can be Danielle. That's it. Like you can literally be whoever you want to be, whoever you want to paint this picture as on social media. And like we talked about earlier, it's very easy to feel like others are ahead of you. Mm-hmm. But remember that no matter how much money you have, you might have the nicest place to stay, the nicest car, the newest gadgets. Money does not buy happiness. I don't care what nobody say.
It don't.
It don't buy happiness. It don't buy a family.
You know what it do buy?
The necessities.
Barely. It buys temporary happiness. That's what it buys.
The necessities.
Like, I'm just not...
Food, water, and shelter.
For us, yes.
For that, you should be content and
you should
happy.
be content. But, like, I feel like people get so wrapped up in that. But at the end of the day, money is all temporary. I always say this, like, money can burn. Money can get stolen. That's all temporary, you know? And people just get so wrapped up in that. But, like everybody said, finding happiness within yourself.
Money is the root of all injurious things.
And you're going to stab yourself all over
and be straight from the faith.
Mm-hmm. Rawr.
Rawr. Okay, I got another question for you, though. So, what can you, when it comes, okay, we're talking about overcoming your failures in life and the moments where we didn't succeed and the mountains that we had to get over. This is a very personal question. So, you don't have to answer it
I already got my answer.
Personally, I didn't ask the question yet.
I already feel it. I feel it. Oh, I feel it because y'all, I know her and I know she's gonna ask me, and I'm about to be honest.
Like I want you to be honest, but I'm scared about how honest you actually gonna be.
Look at my face.
What can you learn from your biggest mistake?
What I can learn from my biggest mistake is do not overextend myself if I don't have it.
That junk cut me in the heart. Like that junk, like,
because you know why I say that.
Yeah.
If I
don't extend yourself to the point where it hurts you. It's okay to make other people happy, but not to the extent of your own.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way. What about you?
Huh?
She thought she was gonna get out of this question. She funny.
What I can learn from my biggest mistake is don't make the same mistake again. Yeah, that's what I learned from my biggest mistake. I learned from it. I learned from my biggest mistake to learn from my biggest mistakes. Learn from your mistakes.
By learning.
By learning and not making them again. Which is hard. That's hard, like to learn from your mistakes and not do them again. So it really just takes, honestly, like self-discipline, self-control. It takes, and then you just got to be determined to not fall back into your mistakes. I feel like we just got our feelings real bad right now. I mean, it's gonna take a minute. that why y'all love listening to BHH? Because it's raw.
You never really know what you're gonna get.
I feel like we be telling stuff, we really don't be saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like we be talking, but we really don't be saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just like what I just did. That was a prime example of what I meant.
It was.
It was a very good example. One last question to end off this episode. Mountains. Words to live by.
Who?
Think about it. I mean, like, think about it.
No, because I have like this. I have like so many like motivational things like on my phone. So I have so many, and I really gotta think.
Yeah.
This one by Mark Cuban, and it says, I fear failure, but I won't let it stop me. Sometimes you just gotta do it, or else it just doesn't happen. So I feel like that goes with this, like, even if you fail, at least you tried. It's better to try and fail than not try at all.
Exactly. Mine is, when something bad happens, you have 3 choices. You can either let it define you, let it destroy you, or you can let it strengthen you. And again, I feel like that goes well with the theme of this episode, because we think about just when things happen to us, difficult things, hard times, they really have a great impact on our life, especially when like it's tragic. But if we have the mindset that life is designed to, I guess, punish us, we'll never overcome the role of feeling like the victim. So if we're convinced that life is made to teach us something, or to teach us a lesson, we'll never find ourselves out of balance. I read that once. And so really, when you just gotta roll with the punches,
literally,
you gotta take a bad situation and find the positive in it, and just see like, how can I be built from this? How can I grow from this? How can I allow the situation to strengthen me? How can I overcome this mountain? So all in all, we all have mountains, but the importance is, if you have a goal that you want to reach, you got to be focused on it. You got to have motivation. You got to have ambition, and you got to be willing to not be distracted, not to let things distract you. And you have to be willing to overcome it no matter how hard it is, because at the end, you'll have that ultimate fulfillment of life, where you look back and you say, I kept swimming and I did that. So all in all, just keep swimming, please. We love you, BHH. Remember that this is always a safe place. You can always catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, as well as all other podcast platforms. Take a look at our Instagram at BHH Pod. Link in bio for both merch and the link to our YouTube. Follow, subscribe to our YouTube, like, comment, all that great stuff. And we always appreciate the support. Anything that you want to end with? Any last little tips for the BHH Pod fam?
I just want to say I really appreciate you guys. Always, like, all the comments that you guys give us, it literally keeps us going. Like, literally, it motivates us to keep going. So we appreciate it. We love you. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys on Thursday. This episode to drop at 8 p.m.
And then after this drops, 3 more episodes of BHH and the season finale. And it's like, when did we get here?
I don't know, but I'm happy. Next episode. I'm happy because, like, well, I'm asking why I'm happy.
Why are you happy?
Because we did that.
Because you...
Girl. We did that.
Okay.
Next episode is my episode.
Yeah, was it entitled? I'm not even gonna lie, guys. Right before we record this episode, I was like, "Whose episode is it?" I was like, "Mine." She was like, "Oh gosh, thank you."
Because I
would hope she would know that it wasn't her episode, and that she would have prepared for it if it was.
Exactly.
Twinkle has something to say.
Next episode is actually Capri's episode, and it's dependent on independence. Discuss this episode.
No, it's not my episode.
Yes, it is.
It's not my episode. So it gotta be yours. You gotta take one for the team.
We're gonna see. It's a joint task force.
It'd be a joint episode. Boop.
Boop.
You guys, we love you and thank you for always watching and keeping us supported. And our cat is deciding to eat dinner right now. I love that for her. She just wanted to make a cameo. But guys, we love you. Catch you Thursday at 8 p.m. Bye!